if we didn't go through what we went through, we probably wouldn't appreciate as much as what we got now, I guess.
Yeah, no, 100%. No, that's totally right. But yeah, man, some of those days.
I mean, we struggled through it. That's one of my sayings these days that I say to the kids, man. Like, strength is in the struggle.
Yeah.
Strength is in the struggle. If there's no struggling, man, you don't really get to experience the real world.
As a father, though, with your kids, would you want them to experience the struggle that you had?
Now, see, that's the funny thing. Absolutely not, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely not. You don't want them to run through those things, and it's been a challenge for me last couple of years, because I know it was shit and this and that, and I was super strict on my kids. And then as soon as they left the house, yes dad, they went and experienced it anyway.
Yeah.
And then I thought, I'm actually robbing them of that experience. So then I thought, but at the end of the day, you teach them as much as you can, and you let them go, and let God do the rest, right?
Yeah.
Because you just trust in God, because then you start interfering in their relationship with God, because sometimes then we find them is at the bottom. Yeah, most people do, because everyone's like all good, everything's all good, but as soon as you hit rock bottom and there's no hope, that's when you turn, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, now I'm just moving back on a coaching role, and sometimes I just fuck, you shouldn't do that, they shouldn't do that. But I just leave it, leave it.
Yeah.
And sure enough, they come back and ask for it.
Yeah, 100%. And I don't know, because I'm not a father as such.
Yep.
But it is hard, because you want to protect them, but at the same time you want them to experience it.
100%.
And you don't want to sort of get down on yourself that if you let them go and they fail, that it's on you.
Yeah.
Because you could have had that opportunity to guide them, or sort of put them on that right path.
Yeah.
But at the same time too, they need to fail.
Yeah.
And it's nothing of your doing. Does it make sense?
100%. I think one other thing is because me, I'm sort of like a structured person, so I've got this blueprint, right? And this blueprint to life on how to step by step. It's got all the steps in, and I shared it with these children, and they just fuck off and just do whatever. And you just think man, at the end of the day, my job is only to show them the blueprint, all right? And then it's up to them to live it. They might come back to it, they might not, but at least I did my bit and showed them how we get somewhere.
It's a probably good segue in a sense that God gives us the blueprint of the Word.
Yep.
And it's there.
Yep. 100%.
Do what you want with it, and then we're probably a classic example of what you just said.
Yeah.
We just get it, but we just do our own thing.
100%.
Until we hit sort of a hurdle, or if we go rock bottom, then we go, sorry, and then But instead of just being on it all the time,
and you hit it on the head, bro. I envisioned this when I was thinking I've got this blueprint. Look at these stupid kids, and then I thought that's probably what our Father was doing to me, man, saying, son, you got a blueprint and you're over there in a nightclub? What are you doing?
Man.
So it's exactly how it is. But that's the part. You got to let them go off and do their thing. It's a coaching role. So you got to step back and coach. Once they turn the age, the dad hat comes off and turns to coach.
Yeah.
And you can only guide them. And I've pulled the kids out of a few things, coming back and taking their finances back, getting back up to scratch, and then handing it back and turning to shit again.
Yeah.
And then you realise by the second time that you do it, that's because you're doing the blueprint for them. Can't do that.
Yeah.
So here's the blueprint. If you struggle, you struggle. If you eat the shit, you eat the shit.
It's there.
You got to figure out how to get out of it.
And that's the thing too, because because the more that you rescue them and save them, the more they're just going to go, no, that's right,
Dad's got me.
Dad's got me.
100%.
I've got a dad, that's right, no, Dad's got me.
Yeah.
But if you just sort of say, here it is, and then when they come back to you, just go,
Yeah.
I love you, bud.
Yeah, I'm sorry, mate.
Yeah.
And that's what we've done. And it took Brie too to sort of say to me, because as fathers, we're protectors, right?
Yeah.
I don't care what it is, you protect them, we protect them. And she's sort of but how it will work. We can get them back on, but then when we hand it back, it'll turn to shit again. So you're not really helping.
Yeah, and that's key. Because I know, and that's, we're talking about that with a friend of ours, that your strength is sometimes your weakness as well.
100%.
And you, man, you're probably one of the few blokes that I know that just goes out of his way to help people, and it doesn't matter. You do it just because it's you. It's out of your heart.
Yeah.
But at the same time too, it can be a weakness because people can take advantage of it. You know.
Yeah.
And I say you can take advantage of it, but just because you do it so much, it's just like we talked about. You know, oh, Dad's got me. He's got me.
That's it, and it just becomes second nature.
Yeah.
No, 100%.
With the coach's hat, what's the? How do you differentiate now with a coach and dad?
Yeah. So when your dad's hat is on, it's like you're doing what I'm saying. There's no negotiation. Yeah. This is what I said. This is why I said it. Don't ask me that question. Be quiet and do it. Yeah. That's it. And when it's coaching, it's like, I'm your dad. This is what I suggest you should do. You do you. Yeah. But yeah, they're underage. They're little moipies. Moipie. Like, you know, they're just brave these days, especially the younger ones. And I think it's Talia, because she's my little 2IC.
Yeah.
She's asking me questions like, oh, but why, Dad? And I was just like, oh my gosh. Yeah, older siblings, man, they're afraid. Yeah, even them, they just start like, oh, pucker up when they hear that sort of shit, eh? And they just look at her like, Dad, wow.
Do you think, is it with age or is it just experience now that you sort of, I guess, be more, what's the word, patient?
Yeah, patience.
Is it patient?
Yeah, 100%, man. Because
I know you're very not a violent sort of thing, but just very stern, like very firm.
Yeah,
you know, and the kids knew when they had to do so. But now I see it, it's just a bit of a change.
Yeah.
You sort of let them get away with a few things.
You find that balance where it's like,
I mean, they still respect and stuff, but they still have a bit of a
because you know, they get older and you end up like being their friends. You know, like it's like when we grew older and we're starting to drink and stuff, and then your relationship changes with your dad, right?
Yeah.
And that sort of just flips onto the younger ones, sort of. But then you got to remind them, nah, man, you're not there yet.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it does. It does. Like you think to yourself, because I sort of like, you find that balance after, like, you know, 1 kid, 2 kid, 3, 4, and you come up through the ranks and you're just like, you're just too serious, man. Like, you can't be. But then you sort of like, you know, make sure they still don't jump into that grey area.
Yeah.
But there's the boundaries definitely moved a lot.
Yeah. Oh, look, you can just see the kids, man. Like, you've got a flipping household here that just runs, man. Like, it's just runs on clockwork. Like, when it comes to fouls and all that sort of stuff, man, the kids know what to do.
Yeah.
They ask silly questions, but they still
get it done.
Get it done. Yeah. Like, you know, they don't ask questions like when they say do the dishes. You know, they'll do a bit of a
hard up. Yeah, whose turn is it?
But it gets done.
Yeah.
You know, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, man, it's man, you're doing a good job, brother.
Yeah. No, that's part of the culture that I like to instill, because, you know, Bree's sort of like, oh, you know, they did it yesterday, you know, just no, man. These cunts do it, man. This is their contribution to our family. We go to work all day, we pay for the food, we pay for all their activities, and what do? They get up and do the washing, they get up and do this, make me a tea. Because she's like, oh my gosh, you just asked her for a tea, and now she's doing it too. Okay, someone make us a cup of tea.
And but long term, when they grow up, it's that structure and that respect.
Yeah, man.
You know, they don't take anything for granted. Everything, you know, they're grateful. For everything. Nothing sort of, you know, it's not appreciated. They're grateful for everything.
Yeah, 100%. We always teach that, and, you know, recently I've been doing morning prayers in the car when I drop the kids to school.
Nice.
You know, and we just all take turns having a prayer, and I always talk to the kids. Look, man. So what we're gonna practice praying about is gratitude, right? I want someone to pray every morning about 3 things they're grateful about. You know, they make up some things here and there, but I get some good ones in some mornings. You know, like, wow, that's pretty thoughtful. But just teaching kids gratitude and just replaying it over and over. It sets a standard, eh?
Yeah, absolutely.
Even for myself, for the day, you know. You go to work, fuck this job, man. So you find 3 things, and all of a sudden you're back on track.
Yeah, and that's the key too, because it doesn't take much for you to sort of go, you know, start kicking stones and all the rest of it. You know what I mean?
100%.
When you sort of just take it back, you know, take a seat back and just sort of have a bit of a look and just a bit of a reflection and have those moments of gratitude. You go, oh yeah, sweet.
Yeah, that actually helped me out with this job, because I told you before, the structure's turned into shit. All this is, just complain. But what are you going to do?
Yeah.
If you're not happy here, what are you going to do? All right, start looking somewhere else. And then just keep doing your work and being grateful for the job that you have that's blessed you for how many years, and keep turning up. And so I did that, and then I found a better opportunity. So God opens the doors. If you're complaining all the time, man, mate, it just doesn't help anything, eh?
Nah, just be grateful, eh?
100%.
No, that's good, bro. And the kids going to school?
Yeah, school's nearly finished. They've done shitloads better and since being into the school, eh? So I think I told you too before when we were fighting the kids through that court system process, and I was like, I had to talk with the Lord. When I get these kids, Lord, I'm going to honor you. I'm going to bring them close to you. The best way I thought was like private school. Bring them to a Christian school, keep them close to the faith, especially with what's going on nowadays in schools.
100%.
Teaching kids that they can be cats and dogs and shit like that. Girls and boys toilets, boys and girls toilets. Like, what's the world coming to? I see a change in that narrative right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, so my thing was just like take the kids to the Christian school, and their education has bounced quite a bit. Like we had these 3 kids, man, they were sitting around D's and C's. Talia was always being around mid-range, B's and C's. But like I told you, man, she smoked us with some A's last year.
So share with us that contract that you had written up for your 2IC, and how it all panned out for you.
So we had trying to encourage and give some incentives to the kids to do better in school. So I've always had this every year, right? But I've always had Jairus, so I could never hit these incentives. So I just thought I would up the ante on it. Guys, $50 an A, man. If you can get an A, $50.
So you did this in the preconceived thought that these guys would get a couple here and there, nothing consistent.
Yeah, you get $100. That's a bonus. That's pretty good. You guys done well. Great effort. All right. And so we put that on the deal, and then halfway through the year, Talia, our youngest girl, she smoked us with 15 A's, and I'm looking at her report card, going, man, what the hell did I do here? I'm like, oh shit. And you know me, man, I got to honor my word, man.
Yeah.
So I'm like, fucking hell, I'm gonna pay this one off, right? And she still didn't understand. She's like, Dad, do I get $50? Yeah, no, 100%. So I had to barter her. I'm like, hey, I will give you the money. It was like $1,500, something like that. I forget what it was. And I said, I'll give you the money, but here's the deal. I can give you the money at the end of the month, because that's when the school season finished. Or you can take this TV, I'll hang it in your room, you get Netflix, and you have this Xbox, And she's like, no, Dad, that's easy. Lucky my kids are humble, man. That's easy, just give me that. And I said, but it's less than what I'm supposed to pay you. She's like, no, that's okay. That's okay. Are you sure? Yep, done. Handshake.
Talia, you shouldn't have done that. You should have asked for the cash as well as the TV. But, man.
So well done, my love. Well done. And then again, I can't go back on my word now and say, I'll tell you $10 a day. I've got to set that standard and just go, yeah, kids, you work hard. That's what you're going to achieve.
And it's great because you can actually see the kids, have just been, the growth of them, not only just as people as well, but just intellect too.
Yeah.
It's just grown, truckloads.
Yeah.
Since you've had the kids full time, eh?
Like I said, we've been blessed, man. You've been there the whole fight, through the years of fighting, just fight through faith, and in the end, man, God's will be done. And we got these kids, and now they're in a place where they're developing well. There's some structure in their life.
So I think that's the key, is being a dad.
Yeah.
Kids need structure.
100%. And it's pretty much broadcasted around the world, and even the United States and churches, that fathers in the home is so important. Fathers in the home set the standard. They set that discipline, that structure. They put it in place. That's why it's always important for fathers to turn up.
Well, I want to touch on your battle in court probably in the next episode, but just touching on this part here, the way that the government is structured since, whenever they wanted to separate the home.
Yeah.
Because they know that a separated home or a broken home leads to, crime and all that sort of stuff when, mum and dad
Yep.
are actually in the house, looking after the kids.
Stronger families, yeah.
Yeah, strong families.
There's a lot of statistics to back that up. That fathers in the home, make a stronger family, and the kids grow up to be a bit more settled and mature. But yeah, just from what I've experienced, being there for the children sort of settles that. The quick sort of, like you're saying, being stern. Sometimes I hear a bit of talk back here and there to mum, and what's that? That's all you need.
Yeah.
And then also sometimes they get a twack.
Yeah.
It's
discipline. It's a discipline. And some people, don't, so spare the rod of the child, all that sort of stuff.
Spare the rod, spoil the child, man.
Yeah, it's something there that has to be done, but structure in the family home, solid foundations, absolutely, but we'll touch on the core thing. I think we'll need a whole 45 minutes for that.
Yeah.